As you said the other day, games like that happen. What's the key mentally to rebounding today?
Well, I think when players that are competitive and go through a game like that and that happens, they dial in, and we've seen that in the past. That's where I've said I had confidence that our team would respond the right way after unfortunate outings like that, and I think that's the case today. They will be, I would venture to say, based on history, sharper and more competitive, and I think those were two things we weren't enough of the other night.
Anger can be good. You just got to channel it the right way, right?
Yeah, I've been angry for a few hours now and counting, but yeah, I think exactly. You have to have a focus. You have to have, there has to be a sense of objective, and it's our job as coaches to paint that picture of what needs to be done, and it needs to be lined with competitiveness and battle and work, and those are areas that we can make dramatic improvements on over last game specifically, but also we need to understand that we need to do that more consistently.
How instructive can the two games this year against the Lightning be? You haven't won them both. You've certainly been in them both right to the end.
Yeah, it's they're obviously who they are. I mean, they're Stanley Cup caliber still. So they're a top team in the league with lots of experience, and you have to have lots of respect for what they do and can do. And I know our guys have that. They know that. They know who they're playing, and it's another opportunity and another chance to see where we're at, I guess.
They score points on a lot of people, but Kucherov's got 7 points against you. Hagel's got 5 points, and Stamkos have 4. How do you slow down their top guys a little here?
Yeah, we've spoken on that too. We have not had much recent success on top line, so we do have to make certain we have a better focus on that and a heightened respect for that. That was the case the other night, obviously, and again, the hope would be that having had that happen with top players on the other team, that was the separation in the game the other night, that we do a better job in that area.
What do you like about the matchup for Eric tonight?
Well, I mean, Eric keeps himself ready to go, as we know. So, it's his net tonight, and we know he's a competitive guy, and he'll be ready.
On defense, where is Clague's status?
Everybody is available based on this morning's skate. So he was cleared just now, and now we'll make a decision on it and converse on it right now further. But we have everybody available, so that's a positive. Obviously, he wasn't available the other day.
Don, for those of us from the outside looking from early in the year, you guys established yourself as a really good scoring team. Was there any surprise in that for you to the level that you got to fairly early on and been able to establish? And how has that balance been for you, trying to keep that, but still trying to the overall game and the defensive side of the game? How do you not sort of punish one and get the other one going? Has it been a fine line there?
Yeah, I think first and really foremost on the defensive side, you don't see defensive breakdowns in structure. You see some inexperience with the puck. I mean, if you turn a puck over, you never gave yourself a chance to get into your defensive set. Or individual players being younger players. I mean, obviously we are the youngest team in the league. Look at our defensive group as far as experience. So I think we get ourselves in trouble and give up chances, not because once we're in defensive structure, we're actually very effective. We think we're on offense and we don't manage the puck well, or we're late in a shift and we make a fatigue decision. So I don't think it's a structural thing, but it is a thing that we have to learn and gain experience of situational awareness. And it might be you're 40 seconds into your shift. Look who just came out fresh on the other team. Get the puck where it needs to be. And the other night was a perfect example. We turned pucks over, and we didn't have a chance to get back in defensive structure. It was in our net. So unfortunately, that's a growth thing. You mentioned our ability to score. It's a pleasant surprise, I would say, because we've pushed. 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, I assumed this position, and we were last in the league in goals per game. And so we made it an objective, and we just, nobody fears you in this league if you can't score. So if you go into a team, there's not many teams that you go in and say, watch out for this team, they defend really well. You know, it's the opposite. Watch out for this team, they can score. And so, you know, I think we've gained some respect in that. I think we needed to do that. And I think, you know, we weren't going to get any better playing conservative, and we needed to get better as a franchise. So, you know, we empowered a lot of young guys and pushed them to the end that we wanted to score more, to fill the objective of we're going to develop guys that way, we're going to be exciting to play that way, and we're going to actually gain a little respect because teams will feel they have to maybe strategize different, game plan different. We saw Toronto the other night play dramatically different than they did when we played them in the outdoor game last year, and so that's helped us. Now that's pushed us now to the next phase of learning, which is dealing with teams after they adjust to you and clamp down. And I think that's our biggest challenge and fight at this point.
Could I ask one more question, an outsider kind of question? Dylan Cozen, a lot of talk about the Tage Thompson, his development the last couple of years, but Dylan Cozen's the guy who's been given a contract extension and committed by this franchise. Where is he in his young arc from your perspective?
Yeah, I think Dylan earned the contract by virtue of not only the skill that he's shown, but because of the potential. He's been an excellent player. He's continued to progress. Every day he progresses, and the potential you see, the underlying component of that, the foundation of that, is compete and a love of the game. If a player doesn't show you compete and a love of the game, they may score 30 goals, but you don't know that they're going to score 30 the next year or the next year or the next year because they might not love the game, and it's not a priority in their life like it is. So for Dylan Cozen, it is a major high priority for him to become a better player every day. He will not settle until this team wins. He's very determined to help this franchise win. We can see it, Mike can see it every night in how he competes. And for that reason, we know he's somebody we'll invest in for those things, and we'll not only dollars, but we'll invest in putting him in situations that we know he's going to get better in because he'll compete like he does and develop. So I think he'll just continue to improve. He had 20 goal mark, I think, last week, and the sky's the limit. He's still very raw. There's so much more that you can take with him after each game and show him ways that he can be more effective and better, and you know that's his intention. So it's really a win-win for us. We know he's going to continue to improve.